Hi, this is Alan Maybury and you're watching Hibernian TV.
Alan, it's been an eventful season so far. How would you appraise it? You came in as a coach, you've now re-established yourself as the first choice right back at this stage. How would you sum up the season so far?
I think it was just a little bit of a slow start. I think the Malmo game just really set everyone back. We were just maybe a little bit naive in that game where we went 1-0 down and felt we really needed to chase the game and we were just far too open. But since then we've just had to steadily build, and the last couple of weeks have been very good, albeit last Saturday was disappointing.
Obviously, to come in to the starting lineup like you did without perhaps a proper pre-season in terms of match practice under your belt was a massive achievement. Do you feel that, would you actually classify that as one of the biggest achievements of your career to stage a comeback at your age?
No, I think pre-season was a little bit stop-start for me, definitely. But I think I've played 3 of the under-20 games. Played 1 pre-season game, and then so I had played some games. Okay, training's a little bit stop-start depending on my role, depending whether James needed me with the under-20s or the manager wanted me to do something with the first team or just train and be involved. So from that point of view, it's a little bit stop-start, and it took me maybe a month or 6 weeks just trying to kind of find my feet in it and where I kind of fit into the role and how I'm going to do it. So, but the last couple of weeks have been a lot more comfortable, and maybe that just showed, and quite relaxed going into the games. And I knew at the start of the season that the manager might call on me, so it's just making sure I'm ready if and when he did call on me.
How have you found the recovery times after those games? As I say, you've not played a huge amount of football, particularly after St Johnstone, and playing quite a few games in a short space of time.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. It probably takes me an extra day now to recover, but I think I know how best to go about and what I need. Just speaking to the manager, saying I'm not quite ready to train again yet. So, but no, it's been okay. After the St Johnstone game, I probably didn't feel as bad as I thought it would, and St Mirren game, it was a quick turnaround before the Stranraer game, and it was just making sure you were doing the right things. And there was a big discussion whether I'd play or whether I didn't, or whether I was ready. So, but no, I felt okay going into that game as well.
What level of input do you have in the training sessions then, Alan? You mentioned obviously sometimes you'll sit them out as a player, but as a coach, what do you do? Do you devise the training sessions yourself?
Yeah, I've no real say in I've no say in picking the team, and the training sessions when I go in the morning, the manager will decide whether he needs me or whether he's happy for me to go and work with James McDonough with the 20s. Both of the manager and James will probably more have an idea what they want to do for the day, but within that structure they're happy to give me a role to say, well, do you want to take that bit of training? They never say to me they want me to take a specific thing. They're happy to give me kind of a bit of freedom to come up with my own ideas and do kind of what I would like or my idea within their structure, and it's just me getting used to taking responsibility for the session, speaking in front of the lads, putting my points across, and trying to have an input that way. But there's days where I warm up, I then step out of training, I take a bit of training, I go back into training, I change my t-shirt from a coaching one to a playing one and this sort of thing, but get a bit of stick off the lads for it. But I say I'm just getting a little more comfortable in that role as we go along.